Hey, what's going on YouTube? Back with another video. So today I'm going to be doing a little video on a new product that I just purchased for the 2022 racing season. It's not new, it's actually 3 to 5 years old, but it's new to me. And as many people know, I've been recording with this Pro Shot mount, and it's a great mount. I really do like it. It's served well for me, and it's held up really strong. And how this mounts is you have 3M double-sided sticky tape on both sides. You have, this is not Velcro, this is like an interlocking Velcro, and you have it on this side and on the back side of this plastic piece. And basically, once you set it into place, you'll push it, it'll interlock, and this thing is good to go. It's solid, it's not going anywhere. It gives you the best point of view, in my personal opinion, for field of view while you're racing or riding. I don't like the top, I don't like the side, and I don't like the mount underneath the chin, because they all have their drawbacks. The top being, it's dangerous if you're in the woods and you're riding, which had happened to me. You go off a jump or something like that, the GoPro hits a tree limb, almost took my head off. Also, it's very hard to clean when you're letting go. Almost all of Netro races are mud races. You're always going to get roost and mud on the lens. You always see me cleaning the lens. It's very difficult to see if the lens is cleaned up there, or very difficult to, just clean the GoPro and you're letting go of the bars at the same time. It's not a good idea. Same thing with the side mount. If you have a side mount with the GoPro, I don't think you're hitting brush. It's hitting the side of your helmet. You can't see it. You can't clean it. The best, in my opinion, is the front mount. You can clean it easily. You can see the red flashing light when your GoPro is on and recording. You don't have to ask anybody. And the field of view is perfect. You get some views of the handlebar, a lot of the front fender, and then most importantly, you get a lot of view of the action that's going on in front of you, and you get a good perspective of the hills and the descents and the terrain that you're going over. A lot of these top mount views and the side mount views just don't do the footage any justice. And the bottom view, when somebody puts a GoPro at the bottom of their helmet like that, I'm not a fan of that, because you get most view of the handlebar. It's really submersive, but you get most view of the handlebar and not enough view of anything else. And the handlebar is blocking everything a majority of the time anyways. So a big reason why I'm trying something different is because there is a lot of mud races with Netra, and especially with this Troy Lee Designs helmet, it doesn't sit like this mount doesn't sit flush with the helmet, because there's a lot of contour to it. I understand every helmet's a little bit different, which we're going to go through in a minute with the next helmet. So dirt and debris and stuff will get under into 3M tape and in the interlocking system, and it just becomes a pain in the butt to kind of clean. You get dirt and mud that gets up behind here, and I don't know, it just kind of gets icky. The whole helmet gets icky, and I like to submerge my helmet in a big bucket of soapy water after the races to get everything out. And I just was looking for something a little bit cleaner design that I could pull on and off as I saw fit. This you can't really pull on and off, because if you do, the interlocking teeth on this Velcro, they're hard plastic. They end up breaking off, and they do sell a new mounting interlock teeth with the 3M tape, but I'm really afraid, especially with this helmet, it's a matte finish. I already had some of the decal, I know you can't see it, but started coming off in the back, because I was probably using a harsh chemical to clean the helmet at one point. But I'm afraid that the 3M tape might peel up some of the graphic on the helmet, because there is no clear coat. If you have a clear coat on your helmet, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It won't be as big of a factor. But again, I just wanted to try something different. So the new product that I'm going to be trying, that's 3 to 5 years old, not new again, it's just new to me, is this Dango Designs gripper mount. And again, this is old, but I'm trying something new. And basically, all this is a $50 glorified potato chip bag clip. That's basically what it is. So it has a rubber area. I don't know if it's a mount, but it's the gripper mount in the front, and it has some teeth in the front, and it's supposed to grip onto your helmet. And on the back side, it's got, I don't know if you can see, it's got plastic teeth that are hard. It's got a pretty robust spring mechanism system inside of there, and it actually is pretty damn stiff. So I do think it's going to grip pretty good. It comes with a tether strap, which I highly recommend using. A lot of videos that I was watching before I purchased this mount, a lot of people didn't know what the heck this was for. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You tether this onto your helmet, whether via being the loop buckle inside your helmet, which I think is probably the smartest area to put it, or you could strap it around the jaw section in where the goggles go and out to the jaw section of your helmet. So this way, if you crash, this thing's not going to fall. You're not going to lose your nice expensive GoPro or whatever you're recording with, or the nice expensive potato chip clip bag thing. So use this strap. I think it's a smart idea. So cool, couple little things about this mount that I've seen. You can use it as a tripod, and you can pretty much just lay it anywhere. And it's got this spring-loaded mechanism. You push down, it's hard to see, and you could twist. And basically, you could do 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and you could do everything in between. But it only locks in at 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. But you can do 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I know it's not orientated right. And this spring tension will leave it there. It is hard to move. I do think it will, if you wanted to record at that angle, I don't see why anybody would need to. But if you wanted to, that option is there. This thing is not going anywhere. And you have to really turn it to go to the lock position, and it locks in place. So let's grab this helmet here, and I will just say this is my Fox helmet. This is actually my one wheel helmet. I don't race with this helmet, and I never really looked at this helmet as much in detail as I have now when I was looking at mounts and things like that. But this is actually a really good helmet, and I think I'm actually going to switch the Fox over to the Troy Lee Designs. I did order a new Troy Lee Designs helmet, and I'm waiting for that to come in. But this is a really cool design. I mean, this visor here is magnetic, so if it breaks, or it'll pop off before it breaks. And even if it does break, you could just order a new visor, and it's magnetic, and you put it right back on. And I like it up here because it's flat. And if you wanted to use one of these visor mounts for your GoPro, you can. On the Troy Lee Designs helmet, there's, I don't know if you can see, there's like an angle there, and it's kind of hard to mount. I tried mounting my GoPro up there one time, and the dirt got under the 3M tape because there's an air gap. Again, the same issue I was having with the Pro Shot mount. And dirt would just get under there, it would start losing its stickiness and all that good stuff. So here it's flat underneath, and I think it's a really good design. So if you did want to mount your GoPro up there, and I actually like how the bill of the visor's up high. You can't adjust it, but it's up high all the way. And I like that because, say if you do mount your GoPro under there, it's going to be out of your field of view, which is very important. I noticed that when I did mount my GoPro on the Troy Lee Designs, the visor, even with all the way back, it was still kind of my field of view was just too far down. Another thing that I like is it's flat here, and I know it's hard to see. It's flat here, so I think this Pro Shot mount would go perfect on this helmet. It's almost like they put a lot of thought into this. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But the only thing they have a vent here, which you can't really stick the 3M tape to. So I don't know how that would really work out. It would probably only be able to mount in this front section piece here. But like I said, and they have a huge vent in the front too. I mean, they really did a good job making this helmet. I actually think that I'm gonna go with a Fox helmet next season. It's too late. I already bought my new Troy Lee Designs helmet. I do like the way Troy Lee Designs helmets fit me. I do have a small, rather weird head, so that's only certain helmets fit me for some freaking reason. So how this Dango Designs mount works is you just clip it on the front and it grips with the gripper teeth, and there you go. And if you want to pull it down, you would, like I said, tether this to either inside on your strap loop or around the jaw section of the helmet if it's thin enough to do that. So you'll mount your GoPro and it would be like this. And I'm sorry, my big hands are in the way. I really like that design because if I want to just pull this off, I can easy clean my helmet, stick it back on. I will say right off the bat, I've made a couple videos over and over, and from me pulling this on and off, it is starting to, even though this is like really soft rubber, it is starting to, on the really immediate sharp edges of the helmet, it's starting to pull the black paint off and it's turning slightly white. So I do think this will wear down your helmet and the edges over time. It's not, 100% protection proof over here. So that being said, keep that in mind. And then also down here, it's hitting the plastic of the helmet, and this is plastic of the mount. I do think from that resting on there, it's going to perhaps start chipping away a little bit down here also of the helmet. But over time, as I'm testing this, I'll get back and let you know. It's not going to be used on this helmet. I got another Trolley Designs helmet coming in, which I'm going to be using. And yeah, I will let you know if it does okay. Also, I'm going to be riding tomorrow, so I'm going to be using this this mount right here, and I'm actually going to probably be using this helmet. I'm going to take this Pro Shot mount off, and I'm going to let you know, like, what I'm a little bit scared of is while I have this clipped on from me riding over all the terrain and racing, like the gnarly stuff, it probably won't stay exactly put where it is. I mean, it feels pretty solid and robust, like that it will stay there, but over the vibrations and everything of that nature, it could probably slide down a little bit. So I am going to let you know if I experience that, because let's face it, I don't want anybody spending $50 on something, especially for MX racing, dirt bike racing, if it's not staying put 100% like this Pro Shot mount would stay put. And I don't know if I mentioned this in the video, this Pro Shot mount was $35 now. I think at one point when I first started running it, it was like $60 to $70 from the website. But I did notice on Amazon and on YouTube, this Pro Shot mount was $35. It's actually a really good deal. I do really like the mount, especially if you got a Fox helmet. I would definitely highly recommend that mount. But because I was running the Trolley Designs helmet, I wanted to put something on the front, a little easier to maintain, to pull on and off, so I can clean my helmet and not have all the dirt and the muck all getting stuck behind that 3M tape and the interlocking system. So I hope that kind of helped you guys. Also, something I really want to bring up, I noticed in other people's reviews before I bought this thing, is because this mount hangs down quite a bit. Especially if you don't have I have a long neck, so I don't think it's going to be an issue for me. But if you have like a shorter base neck, it might actually hit your collarbone or your chest plate. And some people were mentioning that while they were just sitting there and they were just putting their head down, it was kind of just digging into their chest plate. I can see that being an issue, and this is very heavy duty plastic down here. Especially me, I broke my collarbone twice, so I do have a plate all the way from the end of my collarbone all the way down to right of the ball part of my clavicle, and it's up on the top. So I can see if this ended up hitting that plate, I'd be in a world of freaking pain, because it is sensitive. Like, the whole thing is sensitive. It's not like regular bone. I can't explain it. It's just everything up there is just more sensitive now. So I'm a little nervous about that. I do plan on running a neck brace this year, because I did make it to B class, and I'm going to have to be pushing myself a lot harder, and I am prone to whiplash a lot more, being my neck is longer than most people's. So I should run that neck brace, and like, again, other people's reviews, they did say it does hit the neck brace. It could hit your chest plate. It's a possibility. but they did say while they were actually riding, they didn't notice it much at all. So what I did notice and what I planned on from the videos I was watching, down here you have about 1.25 inches or so of space, and then here you have about 1 inch or so before that clip. If I do find that this hits, if this grips really well on my helmet, but I find that it hits my chest plate or anything like that, I'll take a cutoff wheel and I'm going to cut this flush. I don't really care. I know it defeats the purpose of using this to... I still think if you have a strong grip, I have like really strong hands for some reason. I think I'm still going to be able to use the mechanism like this, even it being shorter. And if I can't, there's nothing from stopping you from opening it like this to put it onto your helmet really quick. Not a big deal. My main concern of, or the reason I bought this, was to get it on and off the helmet with ease, so I can clean it and just have the helmet as so. So that's it. I mean, I'll let you know if I end up having to cut this, and I'll let you know if the mount stays put where it's supposed to stay. And if it works how it's supposed to work, then awesome. I think it's $50 well spent. But if it doesn't, then this will be my new potato chip clip, you know, for my potato chip, my Doritos bags, you know, yeah, just $50 clip. All right, guys, I will see you soon, and I'll keep you updated. I'll see you soon.